Good morning from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and the Miami area. Hope you're having a great day. Good morning, Eduardo.
Good morning, Mr. Church. So, good morning, good evening, you guys in Asia. You're welcome to our town hall show.
Hi, guys. Lots and lots of information today. Robert Upchurch, President, CEO. I'm sure you guys know me already, and of course, Eduardo. So many things have happened this week. Big things going on in the news, and probably actually let's just go right into our breaking news. All right, the big news for today. You may have heard overnight President Trump and First Lady Melania have contracted COVID 19, which means that, of course, they're going into isolation. Lots and lots of things happening there. It has often been said the most powerful man in the world. Well, that's the title that's given for the United States. But that changes a lot of things, right? Usually the second man, the vice president, takes over. But then Trump is a very different kind of president. He may just operate everything from his bedroom. But that remains to be seen, right? That's our headline news, big news for today. So as we talk about things, we've said on this program so many times, change, right? And just as we go on the air, there is change. So one of the big things that happened last week that we were all waiting for, of course, was the ruling from the CDC. The CDC finally, the day after, announced that they would, in cooperation with CLIA, the Cruise Line Association, would extend the order for one more month till October 31st. Uh, Kind of funny, that's on Halloween Day. So, but we'll see what happens. All the skeletons will come out of the closet, and during that 30 day, between now and that 30 days, the cruise lines have the opportunity to show the CDC all of the things are in place and ready to sail. We believe that many of the cruise ships will start sailing. We have some additional information from Carnival coming up in a few moments. But most of the cruise line websites, they still have on their sites that they are going to sail on November 1st. So we'll just see what happens there. I mean, again, it's a wait and see. Uh, it was funny when they had the meeting last week. It was supposedly a private meeting in the Situation Room, and as an American, we always hear on the TV, "Oh, the Situation Room." Well, we've got some pictures of what the Situation Room actually looks like. And of course, this is in the White House. It's a very secret room, and it's where so many high-level meetings, when the dignitaries come, when they do daily business, a lot of things happen in this room. So last week there was a meeting there, and in that meeting, the director of the CDC actually proposed that they cancel cruising until middle of next year, early spring. So you can imagine what that would do for the cruise lines. But I do believe that the vice president stood up and said, you know what, another month is enough. The cruise lines have been pleading, or not pleading, but pleading their case, I should say, for the last 3 or 4 weeks, making some great, innovations and submitting their documents. So I believe that the vice president and the administration believes that in 30 days that we can go cruising again.
Correct. For you guys that don't know, last weekend we have mostly all business open here in Florida and like
Right.
in Miami, for of course. Gyms are back in open running, movie theaters, restaurants, bars, even nightclubs. They of course they extended again like the working hours. Usually they were closing by 9 and 10 p.m. Now they're going 2 through 3 a.m., which is really good. As Robert was mentioned here, they have this important meeting regarding the returning of the cruise lines. And who step up on this situation was the White House,
Right.
because the CDC would like to have the cruise line
Extend again.
extended until
Yeah.
the middle of February,
Right. Another 100 days.
So, and we know that this becoming possible. We are not having only healthy problems right now. We have also, of course, a financial problem, economic problem, and many countries they are not dealing with the COVID this way. And many times, president and government they was kind of saying, oh, let's reopen the business, let's let people work, and there's been fighting with each other. And right now, for us, finally, they reopen again. If you guys go to our YouTube channel, I was traveling like 1 week ago, and I was putting a vlog together because I stay 4 hours. I mentioned this last week, 4 hours into the airplane. And so why the airlines is operating and the cruise line cannot? So we don't know and what kind of thing the CDC has against or the cruise line, because
seems that way.
It become very personal right now. The cruise, I don't see any other business that has been tested all guests and clients before they walk in. And also the cruise line has changed a lot of things internally in order to give more health environment to the guests, which is we don't see any difference in restaurants and things like that. Of course, everybody keep using masks, but it's not required anymore. So you use if you want it. If you don't want it, you can walk without your mask.
Let's take just a little pause for those who are on, and I see there are lots of you on here. 124 just to start off with in 14 minutes. That's great. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Subscribe, like, share.
Yeah. So guys, also we want to say thank you for those people that was with us yesterday. We came up with a very surprise live just to say hello to you guys, understand where you guys from. We just hit 2,000 followers on our YouTube page, which is a very short time when we start to run here lives, and we are very thankful to have you guys here. And last night we decided to have a very casual talk with the guys.
A spur of the moment, go live, and it was great. We had some people there who asked questions.
Because many times you guys put in comments here, and we don't have time to go and then run because we have so many information to deliver to you. But afterwards, even we see it's better go like a personal here, like open a camera and then talk to you guys. So thank you so much.
But that's also when you subscribe, right? You get that notification.
Yeah, for those people who subscribe on our channel, make sure you hit the bell and you get notified every time when we post a new video or any other content. Let's say if we decide to go live in 2 hours after this live here, you're gonna get notified, and then you're gonna have the choice to watch yes or not. Or
because there'll be breaking news. Breaking news should come up, and we need to let you know right away. So that's why it's important.
And YouTube right now, they're creating some features very similar like Instagram. We have one section on YouTube that you can go then post like 50 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds video or 1 minute video. You don't need to always come here and then post the whole content 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, which give you guys the opportunity also to come and watch what we are doing, and maybe we have some like breaking news, something that just came up, and then we want to share with you guys. We don't want to wait until Friday because that information might be very important. So don't forget, hit the bell and get notified. And every time you see us, guys, it's very important for us. You put your input. You come to us and then you tell us. If you like, you give your like. If you don't like, please go ahead and do your dislike. We are here to improve, but we are here to get engaged with you guys. We need your feedback, your decide, so we can kind of understand. Don't forget to put your comment below, which is really important to us as well.
Going back to our news, right, with the president contacting and his wife, COVID-19, there's a meeting today that is scheduled in Washington, D.C. with the cruise line executives to talk about what to do for the next 30 days. Now, no one knew that the president was going to get COVID, so we don't know if that meeting will actually go through. We are hoping it will. We're hoping that the schedule will stay the same. They will come out of the meeting and be able to, have a definite plan to start back in 30 days. That would be great. As I said, many of the cruise lines execs have still got on their websites that they plan to go back. But as I say, we do have additional information for Carnival coming up in just a moment. Now, in all that seriousness that we're going through, let's take a moment for Maritime Challenge.
Oh, listen, we have so many great videos coming up. A lot of people, I think they'll follow us, start watching us, and then submit a video. Today, actually, we saw one guy. He just submitted his video last week. And if I'm not wrong, he's been putting a couple of videos about using his guitar and then using a cover. We're going to leave him for the last video.
I saw that.
Yeah, that's the last video. He's a good talent.
Hang in there for that, guys.
I don't know how to play guitar, but he's really good what he does.
Yeah.
He work at Carnival Cruise Line, and he does amazing, perform with his guitar. But today, guys, we want to go to Vietnam. We haven't been to Vietnam yet. Presenting someone from Vietnam.
Hi, guys from Vietnam.
Yeah, and most of the people they submit video to us. Of course, the majority people work on a ship. They're from Indonesia, from India, from Philippines. But right now we are going to Ho Chi Minh,
Oh,
right?
nice, nice.
So I love that food. You know, we've been there many
Oh,
times, and I love that
amazing
food.
food. And hello to Ann out there, right? She's our
Uh,
general manager there. She's always a sweetheart. So hello to you and your gang.
if you guys don't know, we have office in Vietnam, and so our shout out, our big heart to Vietnamese people. So this lady, she worked at Carnival, and what she did, she just put a video together talking about her memories. I think it was very nice. I want to share that video with you guys. And if you don't know what we are talking about here about Maritime Challenge, guys, is one campaign that CTI has created in order to engage you guys, and maybe you can show your talent, everything you can do behind the scenes. Maybe work on a ship as a cook, but you like to play soccer, you like to run and buy, whatever you want to do behind the scenes, but you feel like you love to do it. But put a video together and submit to us. Maybe you want to tell a story, anything you do, or go to music. Anything you do, you want to put in a video, submit to us. CTI-USA.com. Go to our website. We have a post there. You submit your video, send to us. We are selecting at least 2 videos per week, presenting here, and the following week, those videos are presented to our YouTube channel, which is I invite you guys one more time to go ahead and click and make sure you subscribe on our channel. So let's see if this video is ready. We want to present this lady to you guys from Vietnam. You see, guys, you can work on a ship and also have fun. For you guys never work on a ship before, knowing that it's not easy. It's not easy at all, but she made this very fun, you know.
You know, I like to see they're painting their face. Maybe they're getting ready for Halloween.
Her name is Dawn Nugin. I think that's his.
Nugent?
Yeah,
Nugent.
Nugent. Yeah,
Mhm.
Nugent. And she worked at Carnival Legend as a assistant waitress. Uh, guys, she show you guys on this video here. She having fun into the crew bar.
Right, right.
They have some parties, doing some exercises.
Nightclub.
Also going out, going short, right? Meeting maybe in a different country, going to the beach. So work on a ship, it's a variety of experience that it can give you guys a sense that you're is worth everything you do. She's not only there learning how to, you know, improve her service, but she also improve her life and meeting new people and you make friends and all these kind of things. It's a very exciting journey. You have to, you know, make sure you subscribe in our channel. Also make sure if you never work on a ship and you would like to work on a ship, so don't be shy, you know, go to our website, register there, send to us your video, be part of our town hall meeting. Even if you haven't worked on a ship yet, you can be part of our maritime challenge. You know, our big heart to Nugin. Many countries, that's it.
And what ship is she from?
She's from Carnival Legend.
Carnival, okay.
Yeah.
And you know, we invite all of those other Vietnamese out there who are on Mirrella, who are on with Apollo, who are on Virgin, who are on, you know, there's so many out there that are just, you know, out there. So come on, guys, come on. Where's that Vietnamese community?
For those people in Vietnam, you know, I've been there many times and, you know, talking to them, interview some people to send to the ship. They are amazing candidates, amazing personality. I remember that Virgin haven't like already settled to go to Thailand, but because we have so many great candidates from Vietnam, they flew to Thailand to be interviewed, and some of them got approved. Some of them already went to the ship, even in the middle of this pandemic, but they were on the ship. They have amazing people.
The personality, a great opportunity.
The personality in Vietnam it's very high. A lot of managers, you know, people who have a high level position. I like that those personality. CDPs, chef de cuisine, which is good. So thank you so much, and guys, don't forget. Subscribing our channel.
There you
Otherwise,
go.
Mr. Church gonna be upset with you.
Subscribe and like. All right, the terms. All right, moving back on to business, right? Carnival Corporation, and this just came out yesterday, late yesterday, by the way, has a late breaking news. They're providing a key business update on Monday, or actually Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, Tuesday, yes. And I guess their feeling was that after the CDC meeting going on in Washington, D.C., that they would come back on Tuesday and provide a key information for what's going to happen for the corporation. So we'll all be waiting for that. That's on next Tuesday. Now, we have a video for you from Christine Duffy, who's the president of Carnival. You all know her if you work for Carnival, of course. And this video was just recorded a couple days ago. So the information there that she's giving us, right, this is before the meeting. So after the meeting, there may be some more updates. And I'm sure that, you know, Carnival, which is very good at keeping people updated, we'll be hearing more information from them. So let's go to the Christine Duffy video.
Joining me today. I know there are lots of questions about what's happening and what may happen in the future. While there is still a lot of uncertainty, hopefully I can shed some light by sharing what we do know and at the same time give you an update on all things related to Carnival Cruise Line. So let's get started. First, let me apologize to those who have had challenges with refunds. And refunds for FIT bookings are working pretty smoothly at this point. We've been able to automate a good amount of that process. Now see their FIT refunds arriving within 2 weeks. It's good for you to know that if your FIT booking was made using multiple credit cards, a gift card, or an alternative form of payment such as PayPal, your refund will be slower as we need to manually process those transactions. As you know, we could never have imagined the kind of delay and pause in our operation that we're experiencing and the volume that has come with the canceled sailings. As you know, 4 of our Fantasy class ships have left the fleet. We have now been able to finalize dry dock schedules for several ships which were postponed. So we are going to be delaying the return of Carnival Magic, Carnival Valor, Carnival Paradise, and Carnival Spirit until after their refurbishments are completed, which will be in the first half of 2021. We understand the impact that these changes continue to have, and we appreciate your support and understanding. Meanwhile, we are busy getting ready for Mardi Gras, which will be arriving at the end of the year with plans for her first sailing out of Port Canaveral in February. I can assure you she is going to be a fabulous new ship. Her sister ship, Carnival Celebration, opens up for sale in October, and she'll be based in Miami and arrive in 2022 in time for Carnival Cruise Line's 50th birthday. You may have seen we planned a number of Carnival celebrations to celebrate. We've continued to seek guidance from 12 U.S.-based renowned public health experts and scientists, along with health experts in Europe who were consulted as part of the resumption of cruising for our Costa and Aida brands. CLIA has also harnessed many industry and external resources to develop the industry plan that was recently announced. And we have a number of senior executives in our company that bring significant medical and public health experience that we are working to build effective and comprehensive protocols and procedures that we'll be sharing with guests, our trade partners, and other stakeholders over the coming weeks. Costa Cruises resumed operations on September 6th with its first ship, Costa Deliciosa. They were very pleased with how guests responded to their new protocols, and we are all benefiting from their results. Costa's former president, Neil Palumbo, is our new Chief Operations Officer. So having his insights and experience as we focus on planning for our startup is extremely helpful. Aida Cruises plans to restart their operations on October 17th, with Aida Blue sailing a weekly 7-day itinerary from Rome and La Spezia, visiting multiple Italian ports, followed in November by 2 ships sailing in the Canary Islands, and in December with 2 ships sailing in the Western Mediterranean and United Arab Emirates. Both brands are resuming cruise operations with enhanced protocols that were developed in coordination with national and global health authorities and modeled after shoreside health and mitigation guidelines as defined by each brand's respective country and approved by the flag state for both brands, which is Italy. Their protocols and direct experience is helping to inform and enhance our protocols when cruising can resume in North America. But of course, first, we have to satisfy the requirements of the CDC, which are likely to be different than the requirements in Europe. At the same time, we are engaging with our port and destination partners, working collaboratively on our plans to ensure alignment and understanding of what they will require from us when we begin sailing. Destinations are our partners. We cannot sail or operate without them. So we are in this together, and we've been keeping in close contact with all of our destination partners in the following areas. First of all, we've been making direct calls and outreach from all of our executives to heads of state, various persons in government, and our private sector partners. Keeping in touch not only keeps us connected, but helps us understand how they are facing this challenge and what we all need to consider as we prepare for the day that we can return to cruise. We are part of the FCCA's America's Cruise Tourism Task Force that's working closely with destination partners focused on safe operations to return to cruise. Specific destinations have been supporting us through this pause, in particular Barbados, the Bahamas, St. Martin, Mexico, Panama, and Curacao, along with others. Some of these countries were extremely critical in the process for us to help get our crew members repatriated and back home. Barbados, in particular, moved over 20,000 crew for the cruise industry. CLIA's guidelines are serving as the foundation for the cruise industry's return to service, as we seek direction from CDC and other regulatory bodies. As you've likely seen, for Phase 1, these include 100% testing of all guests and crew members. There are policies with regards to wearing masks by all guests and team members in designated venues, particularly when indoors. And during shore excursions, enhanced medical staffing, medical facilities, equipment, on-board testing capabilities, along with dedicated quarantine and isolation cabins would be implemented. We'll also be operating with reduced guest capacity on the ships, along with other measures to ensure that we are allowing for physical distancing while on the ship. Shore excursions will be limited to only those who can uphold our protocols, and guests will be denied boarding if they fail to abide by shore excursion protocols. Now, these are just some of the high-level examples that will be supported by very detailed and specific operating procedures. Enhancements are already underway to add new features and functions to our extremely popular Carnival Hub app. We are initially expanding the pre-cruise online check-in process with a new health questionnaire and related time-saving steps for our guests before they arrive in the terminal. Once on board, guests will use the Hub app for accessing safety content, digital food and drink menus, and the ability to pre-order food before arrival to a restaurant, or to be able to order food items that can be delivered, like we've already done with pizza being delivered anywhere the guest is on the ship. There will also be touchless payment capabilities, contact tracing tools, and new messaging capabilities to eliminate much of the paper notices that can clutter the stateroom. We're also working on the ability to book venue reservations for our shows and events on board, virtual queuing for select locations like guest services, and lots of other self-service functions that will allow guests to move seamlessly across the ship. Ultimately, your smartphone will be an important thing for you to carry and use so that you have access to the Hub app and all the information and messaging that we want to be able to communicate to our guests on board. The good news is we entered this situation in a positive position with a strong record of responsible financial management, a strong balance sheet, and among the highest credit ratings in the entire leisure travel industry. Since the pause, our parent company, Carnival Corporation, has successfully raised nearly $12 billion through a series of financing transactions, which we believe gives us sufficient capital to carry us through this extended pause and what we anticipate will be a gradual, phased-in return to full operations. As of August 31st, the company had $8.2 billion in cash. Now remember, our operating expenses are significant, even though we're not operating, because we have to continue to operate our ships with crew on board in order to maintain them so we can be ready to sail again, just as soon as we are able. Now, what matters most is that we can resume sailing, because that will be the primary driver of being able to reduce our debt and return to the investment grade ratings over time. Given the current circumstances, we feel confident in our financial position and in our ability to continue to be an industry leader when cruising resumes. So we're managing the company and making decisions, including tough ones, to continue to ensure we can preserve cash while retaining an efficient fleet of modern ships and meeting all of the compliance requirements and commitments that we've made as a company. We have every intention of being here to honor every future cruise credit that we issue, and for a lot longer than that, because I've got a 50th birthday party to plan for 2 Carnival ships in 2022, along with 2 beautiful new ships on the way. Well, I wish I had a crystal ball, but I don't. All I can say is that we are working very hard with great urgency with government and public health officials so that we can resume cruising as soon as the time is right. The increasing availability of testing with faster results and greater accessibility are all critical in order for us to be able to operate at scale. And of course, indications that a vaccine is on the way before the end of the calendar year are quite positive. We've also learned a lot more about how COVID is transmitted and how it can be mitigated, which allows us to build effective protocols and procedures. Now, when we do begin cruising, it will be with a gradual, phased-in approach. We'll be staggering the fleet's re-entry to optimize demand and operating performance over time. So remember, even after the no-sail order is lifted, and even after we begin cruising, it will take time for a full recovery back to our 2019 levels.
So we would like to thank Christine Duffy and Carnival Cruise Line Corporation, of course, for updating us there. Again, as I say, they're great about keeping people informed. That video was made a couple days ago, right before the CDC decided that, okay, we'll go to October 31st. Lots of great information there. Now, yesterday, Carnival also released that they would be canceling all cruises from November and December. So it truly looks like that Carnival will start right back at the first of the year. As you said, or I'm sorry, as she said, we're looking at technology to help us out. There are vaccines, very promising vaccines on the way. So this is very important for Carnival Corporation to do it right. And even if they have to take a little more time, their whole goal is to do it right. They're having the meeting, which I said again, Tuesday with the U.S. government, or Monday. No, today they're having a meeting with the government. Tuesday is when Carnival will make its announcement, a major announcement. We have something coming up in a few moments that we want to show you as well regarding technology. As you heard, she mentioned about technology and how going forward they will use technology to keep people safe from COVID. And actually, Carnival the Carnival Corporation was developing something long before COVID happened. So, talking about thinking ahead and being above the curve, I give them a lot of credit for that. Good for them. Carnival has also announced that the protocols, they've been working very closely with the CDC, as you probably know, and we have the panel also with Royal Caribbean and NCL that have been working. So the CDC has all this information at the moment, and everybody's really excited to understand what information is coming out of that meeting. In Finland, the Mardi Gras has set sail to do her sea trials, and if you haven't seen this ship, what an amazing ship. She is absolutely beautiful. And I believe that we've got some video on that.
The Mardi Gras, a brand new Carnival Cruise Line ship, has set off for her first sea trials on September 28th. This was announced by the Finnish shipbuilder, Meyer Turku, where the ship is under construction. The Mardi Gras is the first North American ship to use liquefied natural gas, LNG. She is expected to enter into service in 2021, sailing from Port Canaveral.
During the break there.
Welcome to the Princess Cruises Medallion Class Experience Collection. Your Ocean Medallion is a revolutionary wearable device that is among the most sophisticated consumer electronics in the world. The Medallion is free to all guests and enables...
No, but it's like an affection. It's affection in the cruise industry. It was, oh my gosh, she's such a beautiful ship, right? It's an affection, right? It's an affection. When you, in the eyes of the beholder, there's beauty. But when you look at some of those ships and you look at the Carnival Mardi Gras, she's a beautiful ship. Just kind of
no,
little trivia.
I have no doubt. I'm just kind of, confused about call it as a she. I understand call it as a e, but it's fine.
All right. A little trivia there for you guys. All right. The Enchanted Princess was delivered in Italy, right at the Fincantieri shipyards. 3,600 passengers. This is a Princess Cruise Line ship. Amazing. Now, when we talk about technology, again, the Carnival Corporation, Princess was far ahead. I've seen some information on this as early as 3 years ago. So they've decided to actually unveil this, and we have a video for you, which have a look, guys. It's actually a really cool thing that they're doing. And I think they're calling it the Medallion, right? It's a medallion, so it's something you wear. You can wear it on your arm, you can wear it on your chest. Anyway, we have that video. I think we're ready.
Welcome to the Princess Cruises Medallion Class Experience Collection. Your Ocean Medallion is a revolutionary wearable device that is among the most sophisticated consumer electronics in the world. The Medallion is free to all guests and enables an entirely new level of service and personalized attention. Specifically, your Medallion will unlock your stateroom doors, as well as enable payment around the ship, wagering in the casino, and so much more. The Medallion is waterproof, heat, sand, and salt resistant, and requires no charging. And it's easy to wear. Just slip it into your complimentary lanyard and wear it throughout your voyage. Or select from an assortment of accessories that come in a wide range of styles and price points that are sure to accommodate everyone's preferences. Clip, sports band, pendant, or bracelet that you can pre-purchase when you get ocean ready or at oceanfront once on board. For stateroom access, approach your cabin door portal with your Medallion. As you near, the door portal will securely validate your access and unlock your cabin. From there, just turn the handle and walk right in. It's that easy. Be sure to visit the Medallion Class YouTube channel for more tips on the Medallion Class experience.
Is anyone work for Princess? If you guys are working for Princess, put your comment below here so we can kind of see if someone from Princess is watching us right now.
Yeah, so what's going to happen, guys? Of course, the passengers will get this. There'll be a form of it for the crew as well. We talk about contact tracing. If someone catches the COVID, then you understand where that person's been, how you can help those people that they've been in contact with. You can see that you can purchase all of your items. You can purchase your shore excursions. You can purchase your drinks. You can go to the casino. So everything is either you have a wristband or you have a medallion, right? And one of the articles that I read many years ago is that the cruise lines are looking ways to better know when you walk in your room, what specifically do you like? So when you walk into the room, it's like, wow, everything's here that I like. And that's on an individual basis. So going forward, I think we're going to see more of that. We saw that MSC also had a wristband, right? Which again does a lot of that. I think we're going to see that going forward with many of the cruise lines. So again, congratulations to Princess Cruises. The Enchanted Princess was delivered in Italy, and the technology is first rate, as they're calling it, and I think that's amazing. Plus with the new air conditioning system, the new filtration systems. So Princess is going to be very proud to be sailing this ship in the very near future.
This is all part of the contactless, right? So when you just handle your, like, the fab, like they're just gonna touch.
Right.
As you handle the credit card, you hold the credit card, someone else hold the credit card and give back to you, so all the back and forth. So it's a contactless.
My concern, and of course it's always that concern, right? There's a lot of things going to be on your phone and this, or what happens if the power goes down? So you're going to need a credit card. You're going to need to sign. Of course, that's not to take the place. It's just I think it's a step forward in technology.
The only problem, like we have this in Brazil in a nightclub, a large nightclub for like 4,000 people night, and if you, let's say, if someone lose the fab, and that is a problem, you know, because you can. It's not about like, oh, you put here your pin, your password, so it's not password. If you lose, you probably.
You know, I'm
You
sure
have
they've
to
thought
contact
about that, right?
If you lose, you have to contact someone urgent, and they they can
They
go
shut it
there,
down.
and then they block it. But if you like don't realize that you lost the fab you were using, so that is a problem because you're gonna end up how much money you put on that, 300, 400, $500, you're gonna lose that. That's the problem. I tell because I had experience, no with this type of things, but with the bracelet, like the one you put on the bracelet. Some people, I don't know how they can do that because unless if you cut your hand.
But you could lay it down.
Some-
You could
yeah.
jump in the water, maybe lay it on the chair or
Yeah.
whatever. But you know what's so different about that is that if you get my bracelet and you go charge something, I can probably trace what you've been charging, and they may be able to find out who you are.
One of the
That'd be
things
interesting.
they're using, like I think probably that's what the princess might be using is like a picture. Like they have a monitor. When you hand your things, your picture just pops up, and that is the best way.
There's a verification.
Because
sure.
if this will happen, and then let's say even if your children, your kids gonna buy something, they're gonna say, oh, you need to bring the person of the account, like the person who
bring mom or
owns
dad or aunt,
the
uncle.
bracelet to buy this, to
Right.
purchase this. Otherwise, you won't be able. If it's this way, I think it's work perfect. If you have the picture in, it's gonna be work perfect.
So all the guys out there from Princess, be
How
sure and
many
say
people?
hello to us and
We have some from Princess.
let us know that you're there. You know, again, we need to emphasize, right? This program is for all cruise lines, right? Not just one specific cruise line, and it's knowledge for the cruise industry crew.
Mostly
so we
because
invite everybody.
when we have like for example last a year before Virgin Voyages was preparing to launch the ship, we are looking for people with cruise ship experience, and we got people coming from Princess, people coming from Holland, American people come from everywhere, and like maybe work for 5-6 years in a company, you're not anymore, and then you want to change. So this is normal. And even if CTI doesn't send people to Princess at this moment, but we are very welcome to receive people that come from there.
It's about crew members.
Help you
It's all about crew.
Place you somewhere. Guys, we have a question here. Let's take advantage of this. One guy from Bali, his name is Kadek. He was asking here if there is any change on the protocols from CDC and which change are that? So you want to.
Well, there'll be lots of changes. We'll be doing some videos on those as well. The protocols for the crew, on what's going to happen with the crew members, what's going to happen with the passengers, the testing, right, and the restrictions of whether they can go ashore, they can't go ashore. The CDC has recommended that crew members should be able to go ashore, right? And again, that's going to depend on the port. If you go to, and I'm not saying this is the case, but if you go to Bahamas and Bahamas says, no, only people on shore excursions can come ashore, then that's going to be the rule. You know, when you go to a port, it's actually you're going to a different country. That country has its rules and regulations. And as we all know, for those especially who have worked on ships, it's not always the same. So we need to be prepared for that.
But if you go to CDC website, you can see, the protocols that CDC has been shared with all people, not only crew, that you need to put yourself on it. And I believe that each cruise line will have a different protocols to follow. Because some cruise line will be more,
stringent
on everything.
Right.
Like they're gonna like go above and beyond, saying this way. But some cruise lines are just gonna follow the CDC guidelines and period. That's it. So probably when you go back to the ship, you have to use a mask, all that kind of things. Do your PCR test maybe before and then when you got on the ship, quarantine, like all the kind of things. 6 feet distance, all this is basic. But when you get on the ship, they're doing training to, like for example, for people working in a dining room, how they have to behave in front of the guests, like things like that is going to be standardized by each cruise line.
Well, you'll find when they're going back, and especially the thought is that they will load up some ships because they're already in Asia, bring them back to the States. There'll be a lot of time for training.
A lot
right?
of training.
Training will be of ultimate importance, because when that first group of passengers get on board, it has to work like clockwork. You know, we can't let anything fall through, and of course the cruise lines are feeling the same thing.
One thing that bring me a lot of hope here is because the cruise line is so far the best business that is going to give you guys a lot of knowledge. I haven't seen any hotel, and as I was mentioned last week, I was traveling,
Right.
that has changed the whole protocols, you know, the SOPs and things like that in order to improve during this pandemic right now. They are doing only the basic, and the cruise line are going to give you guys a lot of experience from this. And from now, believe you're not going to be the same employee. You're going to be much better.
Oh, and the stuff you learn from this, you
Yeah.
take with it, you know, all your life. It's like going to school and learning something new, you know. So it's exciting.
That's why every time when someone like finish their career on a cruise line, or they don't want to work anymore and they go back to their country, they can find job easily. First, because it's a hard work and a really high standards, and second, because they know that you live in a very high intensive job, and you're gonna do whatever it takes in any other job you're gonna go. So working on a cruise ship, it's not only a job, but it's like a university which will give you guys the opportunity to improve your skills and learn.
Moving on, Holland America Line has the new Rotterdam, and as I said many times, I've worked for Holland America Line in the past, and the new Rotterdam is a long list of Rotterdams. The first Rotterdam, if you did not know this, was in 1872. And for those who did not know, Holland America Line has been around for a long, long time, and what a great heritage and history that company has. So the first Rotterdam was in 1882, the second one was in 1886, then we had one in 1897, 1908, 1958, 1997, and yes, the brand new MS Rotterdam will be delivered 2021, and she's part of the new class of ship, 2,688 guests. Coming up next, let's talk about crew and crew who are going back to the ship. We just received, actually probably an hour ago,
Right.
this video from one of our partners in Bali. It's the company's called PT Royal Bali, and they're part of the CTI group, and they've put together this quick video, and so have a look. There you go, guys. Great. Congratulations. Absolutely well-produced video. Good job there, guys, from PT Royal Bali. Again, one of our partners, and we welcome them, of course. CTI Bali and all the other guys that we have there. So we're well represented there in Bali. I believe we have some crew that have recently, we talked about this last week and we kind of missed the idea of showing them. So here are some crew that have departed. So crew are going to the ship, even with all these announcements going on. So there are crew, again, these are crew that are stabilizing the ship, keeping the ship with its minimum number of crew needed. So as you can see, their lines and they're getting on the ship. These are very important things that there is crew movement. So for those out there who are saying, I don't see anything, obviously you can look here and see lots of crew are moving. So congratulations to those crew. Congratulations to Ratna, to Saras, to Tara, to all of these people who are involved. Carolina, to put all this together and this coordination. I'm very, very pleased with you guys. And of course, this is how things work, and we get back to our almost normal, right? Moving along, we go to the Mind Shift. As you know, Mind Shift sailed last week. There were rumors that rumors is what it was. There were rumors that there was, I believe it was 6 to 12 crew members who had COVID once it left the port. And here's what had happened. There were 100 and something crew members that were tested while the ship was docked in port, right? The facility reported while they were at sea, oh, by the way, you have these crew members who are positive. It was on its way to Greece, and then when it landed in Greece, they were all tested again and they were all negative. So we keep talking about these false positive, and until testing comes down to an exact science, we're going to have this. But luckily, the Mind Shift was declared corona-free, and of course, all of the passengers are well on their way to their crew. So good luck to Mind Shift and congratulations to them. Next, Mirrella is retiring the Mirrella Dream. And we have a message which just came in about 6 o'clock this morning. Marcos, who handles, he's the manager for the Apollo account. And he called me at 6 o'clock this morning and said, this just came in, so I will read this to you guys. The Dream will no longer be in service with Mirrella and will be retired from the Mirrella fleet. The Discovery set sail to the U.S. No U.S. itineraries for 21. So all U.S. sailings for the Mirrella Dream 2021 have been canceled. We do not have any confirmed date when we will return to service, so all plans for returning crew are still pending. Currently, Mirrella has announced cancellations up until November 15th. Since the return to service date has been postponed already a few times is what they're saying, sorry about that. We do not know when the sail date of November 16th will actually go into effect, and this will depend on the UK government, as we know that Mirrella is a UK organization, and that the British, once they get the okay and the clear, then they'll start processing the crew again. Sorry about that. So guys from Mirrella, right, please, I know that they have processed and been told to wait. Been told to wait. So until these things settle down and the UK government says, okay, it is safe to sail again, just please hang in there with us. And thank you for hanging in there with us, and thank you for being so understanding. We keep saying that the new normal is change. So for Mirrella guys, hang in there. That's what we can say to you, hang in there. One of the great things is that Saga takes a delivery of the new ship called the Spirit of Adventurer. That's the brand new Saga ship, and congratulations to them. You know, one of the exciting things that we're seeing is that ships, even though their ships are leaving, and we've talked about the 18 that Carnival has that are leaving, now you see ships starting to come back into service. You've got the new Rotterdam, you got the new Princess, you got Saga, you've got other ships that will be coming online very soon, which will be replacing those old ships. And, you know, because it's a coronavirus, we've all said, oh my God, it's the virus, it's the virus. This had already been planned, right? As you build new ships, you get rid of the old ships and you introduce the new ships. So this is what's been going on, right?
Yeah, bigger, you know.
Oh, more efficient,
Yes.
you know, more economies of scale, more modern. That's just the way things are, right?
Of course.
You know, you can buy a new pair of sneakers and eventually they wear out. You may love them, but when they get holes in them, you got to get rid of them.
I see a lot of positive things into this pandemic. Of course, it's not everything, but it's a lot of good positive things because the world are forced to be better. As we are showing the Royal Bali office, you'll see all the improvements.
Right.
They're already amazing office, but you'll see all the improvements, things that is going to create that contact less with you, with the candidates.
Right.
Maybe no, 100% I can guarantee you, if the COVID was not here, that procedure was not taking place. So
right.
So
anyway, Mirrella guys, hang in there, right? I mean, and Saga, welcome to their new ship. A great thing again, Azamara, thank you. Azamara says that their bookings are doing really, really well for 2022, 21, 22, 23. So good for them, right? And as bookings do well for everybody, of course, you know, there's a huge demand to get back to cruising. And we still see that light at the end of the tunnel, and it's coming.
Guys, I see a lot of people here from OTC Jimbrana, OTC Bali, OTC Singaraja. So our big shout out, our big hug to all the guys in OTC. You know, it's been a big support. It's a school in Indonesia. Last night on our live show, we mentioned about OTC, and we have a lot of people who want to go back to the ship, but we also have a lot of people who want to start their career. They want to go to a hospitality school and learn how to become a professional cook, how to become a professional housekeeping, how to become someone important into the hospitality industry. And nothing better than, you know, looking at school, and that school give you guys the opportunity to improve your skills and learn a lot of things from people who has worked on a ship before. So thank you so much for everybody with OTC. Let me see if we have more questions. Mr. Upchurch.
Well, you have another Maritime Challenge coming up.
Yeah, we have another. We're gonna end up with that second Maritime Challenge, right? Because it's almost already one hour.
Okay.
Show.
Go with that.
Just say if we have some people here, we are Carnival, we're gonna go back soon. I see a lot of positive things here, which is really good. Right? There's a lot of positive comments. Before we finish here, guys, make sure you're already subscribing our channel. This is really important. Also, give your like. Right? We have a lot of people here watching us. Give your like. So
take that 1 second, hit the subscribe button. Do that now, right? That way you won't forget later. But you can also come back and watch later, remember?
Okay, someone say, thank you to Richard and Eduardo, which is not you. You say Richard.
Richard? Who's Richard?
His name is Dana Imad Arta. He's from Indonesia.
Okay, Mr. Arta, no ship for you.
Yeah.
Robert here. Just kidding, my friend. Just kidding.
Who are always there every week for us and share such important information for our crew. Bravo, CTI, I'm Carnival. It's Carnival.
Great.
We're
glad
guys,
you're here.
Okay, so you have anything else?
I've got a couple more things, but go ahead and do your Maritime Challenge. Right.
Okay. This gentleman, he has submitted to us at least 5 videos, you know. And one time I was like wondering, oh, I don't think that is him is doing that, because it's so talented, perfect, right? That it seems like he's just copying from, you know, doing a cover, whatever. But right now it's a very nice music that he's putting together. His name is Putu Indra. He's housekeeping manager at Carnival Cruise Line, and he's using the guitar to play. So I think showing him, you're gonna express better than my words, because I can't, you know, express his talent. I think he's amazing. So let's present that to you guys.
on a broom
Can you try to do that?
to play a guitar. Oh.
So maybe you cannot do like this gentleman here. I think he's amazing, but you have another talent, guys. And don't forget, go to our website, cti-usa.com, put a video together, anything, get your camera, go in front of the camera and tell a story. Tell something that happened with your life, something that you're proud of, and then share with us. We're gonna present here, and in December, which is right there, we're gonna have our final Maritime Challenge, and we're gonna tell who is the winners or who is the winner, right?
Right.
Winners. But I think we're gonna have winners because it's a many great
There's
people
some great people there.
And that's
but
why
they need to get people to vote for their video, right?
Of course, but that's why you have to submit your video to us really quick so we can post on our channel, and then a lot of people view your things. When we go to the final here, they are going to be able to say, oh, I'm gonna bring people from this video, I'm gonna bring people from this video, from that video. So don't forget, go to our website, subscribe on our YouTube channel, be part of our family, be part of what we are doing here. And don't forget, I'm gonna say this for the first time today, but we always say that, contact the office, make sure you have all your documents done. The opportunity is right here. You'll see that things is getting, very close to go back to normal, to initiate, to normalize everything.
Right.
So put your documents together, guys. Invest in yourself, invest in your time. Yesterday we were talking about speak English, listen audios, be part of what's going on right now. Do not put yourself into this your culture again, because I know your culture is really good, but you are very, very close time to go back to the ship and go back to that environment. You start to warm up your brain again. You start to be familiar with things that you do.
One last thing, Virgin has announced the cancellation of their November sailings. No word on the December sailings yet. So we'll keep you updated there, guys. That's Virgin Voyages, of course, the Scarlet Lady, 2,770 guests. So more news coming there later. So another big holiday is coming up soon. October 31st is Halloween. We invite you to submit your Halloween pictures. And we're going to choose some of the best Halloween pictures. Halloween is something that's celebrated all over the world. It's amazing. But and also we've got a special guest that will be joining us in the not so distant future that will tell us the origin of Halloween. Halloween. Do you know how Halloween began? How it began?
Yeah.
How did it begin?
How it began? I don't know.
No. So we're going to have some information on truly how did Halloween start? And I didn't know this, and this young lady is going to give us a presentation on it.
Okay, that's good. But don't forget, guys, put your documents together. The opportunity is right here. You see, every week we are sending 30, 50 people to the ship, and you can be the next one. As long as you have all your documents done, protect yourself, and watch all the guideline videos that we already posted on our channel.
And thanks for staying with us, guys. It's a little bit long today, but there's a lot of information out there. Hopefully we've condensed it for you so you have a better idea how to start your week. It is Friday. Be blessed. Have a great weekend. And for those watching in Asia, again, thanks for staying up with us. For those watching in the U.S., do have a great weekend as well. It is cloudy day here, but that's my kind of day. Eduardo, have a great weekend.
Great weekend, guys. Good evening to all you guys. Good morning for you guys here. Let's make happen this Friday. You guys have a great night.
And keep in mind, we will be going live. So if you've got the subscribe button on, you'll hear it, right?
And yesterday, before we finish, yesterday, guys, we went live, and then we mentioned about all countries that has been follow us. All countries. Azerbaijan,
right.
Turkey, many countries that we have mentioned.
India,
here. Bangladesh,
Philippines.
Nepal.
Hello to the Philippines, right?
Because so many times we focus so much talking about Indonesia, places that we have office, because we are here, of course, to deliver to them information about how to return to the ship. But we care about all you guys, and your comments or your audience is really important to us. We love to have you here.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Be blessed. you.